Hi, it's Amy.
And it's Tim from GoWithLess. Today we're going to be talking about my very favorite topic, and that is award travel. And so it's been a while since we've touched on this topic, but we have something new to talk about, and actually I can't wait to get started talking about this new thing we found.
Yeah, we love award travel. We are on our 5th trip of 2019 where we have had free airfare. We've been to Mexico. We took our daughter to Europe. We have been to New York City. We are currently in France and in Italy. We're off to Maui later this year. And all of this is thanks to award travel. We're going to show you some of the tools that make this better for us in today's video. We hope that you will stay tuned. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe over here. With that, let's get started.
If you've watched any of our videos where we talk about award travel, you'll know that we have close to or approaching 30 credit cards that we keep in our wallet, and they rotate in and out. But we have a lot of credit cards, and that's what allows us to travel, to get on an airplane virtually for free. So we do a lot of travel. Our lifestyle that we have built together would not work if we didn't have this award travel thing in the mix, or it would be substantially changed. We would make it work, but it would be different if we didn't have free flights that we were able to take on a regular basis.
Yeah, we are doing over 100 nights away from home in 2018, another 100 nights plus away from home in 2019. And again, that's thanks to award travel.
I keep a spreadsheet that manages a lot of the things that are going to be built into the tool that we're going to introduce here in just a few moments. So the spreadsheets that I keep are very personal, and they have a lot of data that goes just above and beyond what the normal person would probably even care about. So today what we're going to be talking about is a tool that we found that makes that easy.
And it's free, which is like the best part of all.
One of the really cool things about this tool is it's not only for beginners, it's also for people who have more experience with award travel. I love it. So it takes some of that laborious stuff that comes with the spreadsheets that I manage. It makes it easier for me to keep up with the cards that I have in my wallet. And the tool, by the way, is called Travel Freely. And if you go down to the description of our video, there is a link. And if you'll use that link, it will take you to the sign up page for signing up for the tool. We're going to give you some more details about the tool here, but please use that link if you plan to take advantage of this tool.
As I mentioned, it is completely free to you, and there's a couple things that I want to note about it. One of the reasons why I think Tim likes it so much is because it covers you and another person. So if you are managing points and miles as a couple, that's very common. Tim does it for us. You can set up you and a partner in this service. You can also set it up where the business cards can be included. So it's not just you and another person, their personal cards, but also their business cards. Also, I want to mention there's no private data. You're not entering anything like your social security number or your credit card numbers. It asks you the cards that you have so that it can make very personal recommendations and very smart recommendations based upon your goals.
Yeah. Also, to give you a lot of data about the cards that you currently have in your wallet. So something I'm constantly having to remind myself of is, oh, what is this feature of this card? What's the feature of this card? Once you have the cards entered into the tool, you can go and look at what are some of the features on the cards that you already have in your wallet. It's a handy reference above and beyond helping you with new recommendations for new cards.
So there's kind of two sides to it. Side number one is letting you know, like managing the cards that you have. It gives you notifications if you allow emails. It gives you notifications when your minimum spend deadline is coming up. That is huge. We've talked like the cardinal sin of award travel. There's one is letting your points and miles expire, and the other one is not meeting your minimum spend and not getting the bonus on that new card. So number one, it gives you a heads up of meeting that minimum spend bonus. Number two, when your card is up for renewal. I was getting my hair cut the other day, and I have recommended credit cards to my hairdresser. She said, I didn't mean to renew that card. It just renewed automatically. We have the tool for you, and it's Travel Freely. Travel Freely, if you again have email notifications, will let you know, hey, your card is up for renewal. Here's how much it costs, so that you have all the information you need to stay on top of your cards. But then there's a second half, and that half gives recommendations for credit cards that would make sense given your interest and your cards that you already have in your wallet.
And the way it ranks them is by value. So it's going to give you the highest value card. So we've mentioned before that we won't sign up for a card unless it provides a minimum of $500 worth of initial value at sign up. So this tool actually ranks the cards based upon how much are you going to get when you sign up for the cards. And then you can obviously use some of your own intelligence and say, well, maybe I don't want to have a card that has a high annual fee. And so even though this card is going to provide the most value, I can mark that one off my list. You can sort through the list on your own, but it's going to rank them based on the highest value. The other nice thing, you might have a question in your mind is, well, how is this guy, if this is a free tool, how is this guy making money? The way that Travel Freely makes money is via affiliate commissions. And so credit cards will actually pay Travel Freely whenever they recommend cards to users.
Tim and I have sat down with a creator of Travel Freely, and we were incredibly impressed by him. We let him know that it was really, really important with anyone we would be partnering with that they're not just recommending cards that pay the creator a lot of commission. He put our fears at rest because he said, I actually am 100% in agreement with you guys. I often recommend credit cards that have absolutely no commissions, no fees for me whatsoever that I receive because it's the right thing to do. So that was kind of what really, I guess that was like the final thing that was like, you're our guy, because we believe that completely. We want to make sure that we're recommending things that make the most sense, not what pays the most commission.
So when you see things on the list, you can rest assured that it is the highest paying publicly available offer that's going to be available. So even if he doesn't get a commission for that specific card and it's the highest rated card, it's going to remain the highest rated card. So when you see that listing of cards, you're going to see cards that are going to be appropriate for you.
And as a consumer, there is absolutely no additional cost to you if you click on any of the links. So whether you go to the bank directly or you use one of the links that he provides, same exact deal to you.
It's also worth noting that I think I've been signed up for the service for roughly a month now, and I think I've received one email because I opted into some flavor of the emails that he offers. So you don't have to worry about the service spamming you with things that you don't necessarily want. So you have control over how much email you're going to actually receive from the system based upon the things that you set up whenever you create your profile. So don't have to worry about spam.
Well, I signed up. So Tim is really managing and using this tool thoroughly. I wanted to sign up as a newbie to understand what we're recommending other people to use. And so I did sign up, and I didn't put in any of our credit card information. So I got a couple little reminders that are like, hey, make sure you put in your credit card information. The reason it wants this is because it doesn't want to recommend cards you already have. It wants to understand your goals. There's also some restrictions, like Chase has some of the best credit cards out there, and there are some rules about how many other credit cards you can have and things like that. His tool takes all of that into consideration. So it's important to know what credit cards you have. If you don't have any, that's completely fine. But because I didn't initiate my account all the way, I actually got a couple more emails, but it was no big deal. And he also offers all kinds of like tutorials and video tutorials and help. So we're real impressed with it. That's why we're talking about it here. That's the only reason.
Yep, undoubtedly. So as Amy said, he has a lot of resources on his site that can just walk you through getting started with points and miles and how you're going to earn those points and miles. It'll remind you to sign up for credit cards. So if you want to sign up for a credit card once a quarter and you need something to remind you that you need to do this, it'll send you reminder emails to remind you that you need to go and do that. I think I said remind 47 times.
I think so. So there you go. Travel freely. We're digging it completely. Our link is down below in the text description. We hope that you will use it. Ask any questions. We are able to get the creator on our channel to do YouTube lives or any kind of thing. He's really very flexible, and he's a great guy. We hope that we can introduce him to our audience.
We would love that. As a matter of fact, he's like Amy said, he's volunteered to come on our channel, and so if you guys have questions, please ask them below. Yeah. We'll get Zach to come back on and address them in person so that you can have any questions answered that you would like to have answered.
Or he's actually really responsive also for like on messaging. Yep. So I don't know that we're going to do a new video for every single question, but please put your questions down below because we will have them addressed by the creator himself. And so far, so good. We are digging Travel Freely. And with that, we're going to see you next Wednesday. Au revoir.